Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope that you are in the good conditions. So today we are from group 3 who would like to presenting about assessing writing. So our group member Komang Kasila Dharma, Niluh Putu Wilantari, Made Mutiara Sari, Niwaya Nekayani, Nikadek Dianu Taryani, Niluh Dila Sinta Cahyani, Ketut Hermawan, Nikadek Mudayasa, Wahyu Anissa Ul Hazana, Niketut Noviani, Novita Lena Jonata, Niputu Enggi Vira Santika. So that's all is our group member. So now the presentation will continue by myself. This about genres of written language. This has 3 kinds of genres of written language. The first one is academic writing, the second one is job-related writing, and the third one is personal writing. Number 1 is academic writing. Academic writing, it is like papers and general subject reports essay, composition academical focus journal, short and short test response technical reports, thesis, and dissertations. And the second one is job-related writing. This is like a message, like letter or email, memo, report, schedule, label, science advertisement, announcement, and manuals. The third one is personal writing. This is like letters, email, greeting card, invitation message, note, calendar entry, shopping list, reminds, and others. So in here also, type of writing performance have 4 categories of writing performance that capture of the range of written performance are imitative, intensive, responsive, and extensive. Yeah. And number 1 is imitative. Imitative, it is a level at which learners are trying to master the mechanics of writing, from letters, words, punctuations, and brief sentence. Is the primary, while context and meaning are of secondary concern. So the second one is intensive. Intensive, it includes skill in producing appropriate vocabulary, collocations, idioms, and correct grammatical featurement. Assessment tasks are concerned with focus on form. And the third one is responsive. Responsive at this level, from focused attention, is mostly at the discourse level, with a strong emphasis on context and meaning. Assessment tasks require the learners to connect sentence into a paragraph and create a sequences of 2 or 3 paragraphs. And number 4 is extensive. Extensive writing requires using all the process and strategies of writing to write an essay, a term paper, a project report, or even a thesis. So the next will presenting by my friend.
The teacher should be clear on what skills he or she is trying to develop. Next, the teacher needs to decide on which means can facilitate learning of the target area. Once the target skill areas and means of implementation are defined, the teacher can proceed to focus on what topic can be employed to ensure student participation by pragmatically finding this objective. The teacher can expect both enthusiasm and effective learning. Micro and macro skill of writing. Micro skills A. Micro skills apply more appropriately to imitative and intensive types of writing tasks. Produce writing at an efficient rate of speed to suit the purpose. D. Produce an acceptable chord of words and use appropriate or order patterns. E. Use acceptable grammatical system, e.g. tenses, agreement, pluralization, patterns, and rules. F. Express a particular meaning in different grammatical forms. G. Use cohesive device in written discourse. Macro skills. Macro skills are essential for the successful mastery of responsive and writing and extensive writing. 1. Use the rhetorical forms and conventions of written discourse. 2. Appropriately accomplish the communicative function of written text according to form and purpose. 3. Convey links and connection between event and communicate such relation as main idea, supporting idea. New information given information generalization and explication. 5. Distinguish between literal and implied meanings when writing. 5. Correctly convey culturally specific reference in the context of the written text. 9. Develop and use a battery of writing strategies such as accurately assessing the audience interpretation, using pre-writing devices, writing with fluency in the first draft, using paraphrases and synonyms, and soliciting peer and instructor feedback and using feedback for revising and editing.
Hello everyone, my name is Nilu Putuwilantari. Okay, I will explain about designing assessment text imitative writing. The first is a copy. Copying, there is nothing innovative or modern about directing a test taker to copy letter or word. The test taker will see something like the following handwriting letter, word, and punctuation mark. The first copying, there is nothing innovative or modern about directing a test taker to copy letter or words. Example, copy the word. We can see in the picture, for example. The test taker made copy the following word in the speech given. Example, bit, batch, dot, but oh, bin din gin fin hello John. And we can to answer this example. Okay, the next, these tasks combine this station with a written script that has a relatively frequent deletion ratio every fourth or fifth word, and perhaps second listening close selection task. Test taker. Here is a write in the missing word in a blank. Below the story is a list or word to choose from. Have you ever visited San Francisco? It is a very nice city. It is cool in the summer and warm in the winter. I like the cable cars and bridge. And we can test taker C about example. You can answer in the picture. And familiar pictures are displayed, and test taker are to write the word that the picture represents. And then third, picture could tags. We can see in the example of the picture, we see that. Test taker here, the point of the word that you wrote here. What is the picture? And we can answer after we look the picture. Operation on picture is the use of a simple form, registration, application, and that asks for name, address, phone number, and other data. And the fourth, from completion task. And for the fifth, for example of picture, we can answer the question if we already recognize the example picture above. Okay, thank you for your attention. And next, my friend who will continue to explanation.
Listening assessment takes intensive controlled reading, the same as controlled reading or guided reading. At this level, students produce language to display their competency in grammar, vocabulary, or sentence formation, and not necessarily to convey meaning for an authentic purpose. Dictation and dictocom. Dictation is a simple derivation in writing of what one heard orally, so it could be classified as an imitative type of reading, especially since the observation of the text taker, formation, center, and correct spelling. A form of controlled reading related to dictation is dictocom. In one of several variations of the dictocom technique, the teacher, after reading the passage, distributes a handout with key words of the paragraph in sequence as quiz of the student. Dictation is the reading in writing of what one heard orally. Dictocom, a paragraph is read at a normal speed, usually 2 or 3 times. Then the teacher asks students to read the paragraph from the best of their recollection and a variation. The teacher, after reading the passage, distributes a handout with keywords transform the paragraph as a quiz of students. Grammatical transformation text. To this day, language teachers have also used this technique as an assessment text, ostensibly to measure grammatical competency. On the positive side, grammatical transformation texts are easy to administer and are therefore grammatical quick in square in reliability and arguably tap into knowledge of grammatical form that will be performed through reading. The texts are: change the tenses in a paragraph, change full form of verb to reduce form, change statement to yes or no question, change question into statement, combine two sentences into one using a relative pronouns, change from active to passive voice.
Feature 3 task. The main advantage of this technique is in detecting the almost ubiquitous reading and writing connection and offering instead non-verbal means to stimulate writing responses. Such sentences or drawing of some simple action is so. The text taker writer a brief sentence or V227. Picture description. Using the preposition on, over, under, next to, around to describe, as in a picture on V192. Number 3. Picture sequence description. Picture sequence description, a sequence of 3 to 6 pictures depicting a storyline can provide a suitable stimulus for written test or V228. Scoring scale for controlled and lexically writing. To grammatically and lexically correct. One either grammar or vocabulary is incorrect, but not both. 0 both grammar and vocabulary are incorrect. Number 4. Vocabulary essentially means text, read or 2000 suggested safer are tips of exam for assessment of basic knowledge of the meaning of a word collection, possibilities, and divide more vocological from. Vocabulary assessment text. The major techniques used to assess vocabulary are or A. Defining, and or B. Using a word in a sentence. Number 5. Ordering text. Reordering word in a sentence. 1. Could or waiter or is or waiter or the or in or the. 2. Studying or what or you or are. 3. Next or clock or the is or picture or two. Thank you.
Om Swastiastu. My name is Nikita Noviani. Short answer and sentence complete text. First item rank from very simple and predictable to sweet, more elaborate responses look at the rank of possibilities. Short answer and sentence complete text. Example 1. I is that beginner. I will sail from Italy. 1. Fleeted circumstances describing your preferences. 6A. Big expensive car or small car. 6B. A house in the country or apartment in the city. 6C. Money or good health.
Okay, next the material is session in assessing responsive and extensive wording. The grant of the here short report responsive to the reading of an article or story, summary of article or stories, narrative or description, interpretation of graphs, table and chart. Wording become encompassing real wording as opposed to display wording. Okay, next the material is dancing assessment text, responsive and extensive wording. Number 1. Authenticity statement is a typical formative, not a statement, and positive was text in more important thought, practicality and reliability. Number 2. Scoring. Not only the form about, also the punctuation of the text are important in evaluation. Number 3. 10. Responsive wording along with extensive wording relies on the essential detail rules for its unlimited such.
Okay, I will explain about responsive and extensive writing. Number 1. Paraphrasing. It is to say something in one own word. It can avoid plagiarizing and offer some variety in expression. Scoring is judged by how the text convey the same or similar messages, with discuss grammar and vocabulary as secondary evolution. Guided question and answer. TE test administrator possesses a series of questions which serve as an outline of the imagined written text. Okay, I will explain number 2. Paragraph construction text. Number 1. Assignment of paragraph development text on the following form. Number 2. Topic sentence writing. The writing of a topic sentence, its present or absence, its effectiveness in starting the topic. Number 3. Topic development within a paragraph for criteria to assess the quality. Number 4. The clarity of expression of idea or the logic of the sequence and connection, or the
Paragraph construction text. Assessment of paragraph development takes on the following form. The first, topic sentence writing. The writing of a topic sentence, its expression or absence, it is effectiveness in stating the topic. Number second, topic development within a paragraph. 4 criteria to assess the quality. There is the clarity of expression of idea, the logic of the sequence and connection, the cohesiveness or unity, or the overall effectiveness or impact. Number third, development of main and supporting idea across paragraph. The element in evaluating a multi-paragraph essay. Addressing the topic, main idea or principal purpose, organizing and developing supporting idea, using appropriate detail to undergird supporting idea, showing facility and fluency in the use of language, and last one is demonstrating semantic variety. Strategy option. There are 2. The first is attending to tasks, a set of direct type in stated or implied by the teacher, or the convention of the genre. Fourth type is compare or contrast, problem, pros, and cause or effect. Number second, attending to genre report, summaries of reading, lecture or video, response to reading, narration, description, persuasion or argument, and exposition. Interpreting statistical, graphic idea, library, and research paper.
Test of Written English. In 1998, a computer-delivered version of the test of written English was incorporated into the standard computer visa TOEFL and simply labeled as the writing section of the TOEFL. The test of written English is still offered as period test actually where only the prepared visa TOEFL is available. Correlations between the test of written English and TOEFL score were consistently high, ranging from 95 until 69 over 9 tests. Administration from 1993 to 1995, the test of written English is in the category of a time. In for 2 test takers are under a 30 minute time limit and are not able to prepare ahead of time for the topics that will be easier. Carefully identify the topic. Each point of the scoring system is defined by a set of statements that address topic, organization, and deployment, supporting either specialty in writing, and a grammatical and lexical correction and choice. The meaning of test of written English. First, test of written English is standardized test of writing ability as gains a reputation as a well-respected measure of written English. Second, the test of written English is a time-important test in which the test takers are under 30-minute time limit and are not able to prepare ahead of time. Sample test of written English topic. Some people say that the best repetitions for life is learning to work with others and be cooperative. Others take the opposite view and say the learning to be cooperative is the best protection. Discuss the position using concrete example of that. Tell which on you agree with an example why.
6 steps to maximize success on the TWE. Number 1, carefully identify the topic. 2, plan your supporting ideas. 3, in the introductory paragraph, restate the topic and state organization now plan. Organization now. For write effective supporting paragraph. 5, restate your position and summaries in the concluding paragraph. 6, edit sentence structure and rhetorical expression. Scoring method for responsive and extensive writing. 3 major approaches to scoring writing performance: holistic, primary traits, and analytical. Holistic. A single score is assessment to an easy. Primary trait. The achievement of the primary purpose or train or an easy and only factor rate. Analytical. The written takes a broken down into a number of subcategories: organization, grammar, and each subcategory get a separate rating. Holistic scoring. Advantages: phase evaluation, flash height, interpret, reliability, flash, easily interpret by lay person, slash, emphasize the weight, strings, slash, applicability to write across many different discipline. Disadvantages: no dualistic information, flash, not equally well applied to all genres. Flash training in the ways, flash 1 score only.
The next presentation is about primary trait scoring. The first one: if the purpose or function of an essay is to persuade the reader to do something, the score for the writing will rise or fall on the accomplishment of that function. The second is organization, supporting details, fluency, scientific variety, and other features will also be evaluated. The third is advantage. Advantage is focus on function. The next is analytic scoring. Classroom evaluation of learning is best served through analytic scoring. Brown and Bailey decided an analytic scoring scale that specified 5 major categories and 5 different levels in each categories, ranging from unspectable to excellence. 5 categories that are organization, logical development of ideas, grammar, function, spelling or mechanics, and style and quality of expressions. The next is analytic scoring. Analytic scoring, in here we give the student That's scores. The first one is content. Content in here is 30. Organization is 20. Vocabulary 20. Syntax 25. Mechanics 5. And total 100. Analytic scoring offers more aspects and helps to call the writer's attention to problem areas, but it requires more time to teachers to attend to details within each of the categories. That's all our presentation. Thank you so much for your attention, and I'm sorry if we have a mistake. Thank you.